Good evening. Now, you all know that this is a horseshoe, but in many racing circles, it's also known as a plate. Now, that thought leads logically to horse racing, which is the theme of tonight's play. It's a very exciting play in a unique setting, and I'll be back in just a moment to tell you more about it. The thing of our play tonight is in Ireland, that wonderful land of, among other things, fine horses. Now, Irish horse breeding and racing is justifiably famous throughout the world, and most of our scenes were actually shot in and around Irish racetracks and farms. Now, although I play an Irishman tonight, the rest of the cast, with the exception of myself, of course, and Miss Eunice Gayson, is actually drawn from the Abbey Players in Dublin. The title of the play, The Thoroughbred.
Now, this is the story of the Honourable Colin Fitzhugh. He's one of the quality, as we call them here in Dublin, a thoroughbred. But like a lot of them, down on his luck. Once he had the finest stable of horses in Ireland and scads of money. But now, well, he picks up a bit here and there giving tips. Pretty good ones on the whole, because in spite of his luck, he knows the horses.
I like, Harpist in the third.
Harpist in the third. Fine. Thank you.
Come on. Don't forget where you got it, boys. Always happy to be of service.
We won't forget, sir. Come on.
For a consideration.
There you are. Thank the Lord I found you. I thought you'd gone. I've got a deal that may be worth some money to you.
How much money, and what do I have to do?
As easy as falling over long, Colin.
Mr. Fitzhugh to you.
Give Mr. Fitzhugh and I the usual.
Yes.
Now, look. I want you to help me sell a horse.
What horse?
Mistral.
That dog. You're a blackguard, Culhane. He couldn't outrun a hearse.
You didn't tell me that when I bought him at your auction.
You never bothered to ask.
Neither would this fella.
Who is he?
An American. Loads of dough. The name of Keneally. I had this letter from him.
What's he say?
Listen. Dear sir, I understand you own a Fitzhugh gelding, which can be bought reasonably. I shall be in Dublin on the 5th, that's today. And unless I hear from you to the contrary, I'll drive out to your farm at Naas.
What do you need me for?
Wait, no, you haven't heard the rest of it. I know a little bit about horses, but it would save time if you could have someone present well qualified to guarantee that the horse is indeed one of the Fitzhugh strain. It's signed N. Keneally.
Well, now, let's get this clear. All you want me to do is to guarantee that this horse is a purebred Fitzhugh.
That's right, yes.
He's worried you might slip him a ringer, is that it? Your fame travels wide. How much are you going to sting him?
£1,000.
For Mistral? I'll take 200 of it for my end.
I thought maybe that 100 would be more like it.
200 or nothing. It's my reputation I'm selling, Culhane.
All right, 200 it is then. I'll see you out at my place at 4 this afternoon.
Let the buyer beware.
Why do they call him the Honourable Colin Fitzhugh?
Well, you see, ma'am, that's the way it is with the younger son of an earl. His father, Lord Rheingold, he was the 5th Earl of Dunkilly. So the title passed on to the eldest son. But the younger ones, they're always known as the Honourable.
And is he honourable?
None more so, ma'am. None more so on the broad acres of Ireland, including myself. Honourable, but hard up. The decent poor man. In this country, you know, which points with pride to its spectacular failures, he remains the most glorious of them all.
But why? He said his father left him the Fitzhugh stables.
Yes, well, you see, ma'am, a short time after that, the main barn caught fire, taking with it all the stock. That's why I was able to acquire this fine animal.
Oh, beautiful.
At an auction for his debtors. It nearly ruined him.
Well, can I go inside?
Yes, of course. Now, you'll find him very gentle as a lamb. Oh, but spirited, very spirited.
Oh, he's wonderful. Hello there. What does he do now?
Well, now, you see, I'm readying him, you know, keeping him in reserve, as you might say.
No. I mean Mr. Fitzhugh.
Oh, him? Oh, well, he'll do anything at all, ma'am. That is, connected with horses, of course. You see, it's bone bred in him. But I was telling you there about the fire. A month after that, he lost his sweetheart. Oh. Killed in a motor accident. A week before the wedding, too.
Oh, poor man.
Elaine! Oh, that's him calling. He'll be at the main gate. Excuse me.
Yes, sure. Hello there. Hello.
Elaine, where's your millionaire? Up at the house? Hey, what's he like? Is he shamrock and sham Irish, one of these top-of-the-morning kind? Or what is he?
Oh, the female kind, Mr. Fitzhugh.
Oh, and a charming example of the species, I must say. I beg your pardon, Mrs. Keneally.
That'd be sham Irish Blonnie, I suppose.
Oh.
Mr. Culhane, will you bring the horse out?
Certainly, ma'am, certainly.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Hello, boy. Hello there. Now, do you remember me now?
Mr. Fitzhugh,
Ah.
I should like your personal assurance that this is a gelding called Mistral.
He certainly is. And he's a real beauty, too, aren't you, darling? One of the best I ever bred, by Gallantry out of Boadicea.
Oh.
Gallantry won the St. Leger, you know, the Irish St. Leger. You'll be wanting him for riding, I expect.
And what I have to say, and he's as gentle as a lamb.
To ride him? But I'm going to race him.
Well, Mistral?
And why not, with his breeding?
Look, I ought to explain. My father came from near here and, well, he died about a year ago, regretting that he hadn't lived long enough to own a Fitzhugh horse. I promised him I'd not only buy one, but I'd enter him for the Irish Champion Stakes as well. Maybe he can repeat his sire's performance.
I lay 200 to 1 that he'll pull it off.
Well, anything is possible in racing. Well, if that's all you wanted, I'll be saying good day to you, Miss Keneally. Nice to meet you.
Hello, my beauty. Oh, you're beautiful. Hello there.
The same for Mr. Fitzhugh, and a lemonade for me. My doctor's getting a bit sticky about my blood pressure. I just wanted to have a word with you.
If it's about the money I owe you, a word's all you'll get.
Money? I didn't mention money, did I?
No, but it's written in letters of fire on your forehead where the horns ought to be.
No, I like you, Mr. Fitzhugh, because you're forthright and honest. Like that.
So do I. What's your point, Cal?
It's about the Champion Stakes. And more especially, Pegasus.
Well?
My associates and myself are preparing to invest fairly heavily on the animal's nose, to the extent of £10,000.
That's a weight for any horse to bear.
Yes, you see, we wouldn't want the odds to shorten before the race, because that wouldn't be good business, would it? And if you were to favor one of the other runners publicly, say amongst our friends here.
You'd better join friend Culhane. You couldn't get any lower than that.
Not so fast, not so fast. I hear the stewards are still interested in the carouseling plate last September.
What of it?
Well, just one of the horses you trained led all the way and came in fourth. And you had £50 on the winner.
Is there anything wrong in betting on the winners and training the losers?
Well, Dillon says that he's prepared to say that he pulled Melody on your orders.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Oh, yes, of course it's a lie, I know that. But still, he's prepared to swear his, you know, the little persuasion. By the way, I have a record of the bet here. With your signature. Yeah, see? Of course, that could be destroyed after the race.
You have everything very nicely tied up, haven't you?
Yes, I always have. So, either you play ball with us, or be warned off the turf. You can take it or leave it. It's up to you.
Mr. Fitzhugh, sir. There's a lady outside, sir, says she must see you at once.
Tell her I'm in conference.
But she's liable to bust in, sir, in a tearing paddy.
I throw her out. Listen, Fitzhugh.
Where is she?
She's outside in the lobby, sir.
Mr. Fitzhugh, you're a scoundrel.
I know, but not so loud. You were saying?
I was saying that the Honorable Colin Fitzhugh is a cheat, without the scruples of a gypsy horse trader.
Oh, that's awfully strong talk.
Not strong enough. I've spent 3 days trying to find some trainer who'll prepare Mistral for the Irish Champion Stakes. They all laughed at me. Why didn't you tell me Mistral was a bust?
Sorry, but you never asked me about anything but his breeding. And he's not exactly what you'd call a bust. He runs well, you know. Yes, he just has no competitive spirit, no will to win, that's all.
Well, you could have told me that at Culhane's.
Well, it's a kind of point of honor not to grab another man's sale. It's not done here, you see.
Point of honor?
Yes.
Honor among thieves. Look where I come from. You don't let somebody spend almost all the money they have in the world on a worthless horse. That just isn't done either.
Colleen said you were rich.
Oh, sure. I'm rolling. I gave up my job to come here. Traveled tourist class. I just had enough money to post the entrance fee in the Irish Champion Stakes and stay here till it's run.
You shouldn't have entered it. I wish you'd asked me, truly.
A fat lot of difference that would have made.
All right, so you bought it, Dad. You wouldn't be the first nor the last. Take my advice, Miss Keneally. Cut your loss and go home.
No, I won't. Mr. isn't a dad, not with that breeding.
I've told you, he won't race.
I've a hunch he might, if you trained him. They tell me you're a good trainer. Or used to be. And you bred that horse. You know him. He might win for you.
I'd give my soul if he could. For the both of us.
Then why not try? Or have you given that up, too?
Because, Miss Keneally, I respect you too much to take your money under false pretenses. Look at me. Everything I touch seems to turn to dust in my hands these days.
But you've trained winners for other people. I've checked. I'm asking you to train this one for me.
That was before my luck changed.
Then change your luck.
Oh, it's no use. Ill luck follows me along, and I wouldn't want to visit it on you. You know what I am? I live on handouts from people that I'd have kicked off my father's estate on sight. Jobbers like Culhane and crooks like Kell. All I'm good for these days is picking other people's winners. Why am I telling you all this?
Because you're an honest man.
Oh.
You know, I've changed my mind about you.
Thanks, I'm glad to hear it, but that doesn't turn out winners, you know. No, that horse is no good no matter who trains him.
I'm asking you to train him for me. As a favor. Please.
All right, Miss Keneally. I'll train this trip.
He'll be at Dunrain tomorrow. Good night, Mr. Fitzhugh.
Well, have you made your rendezvous, Fitzhugh? Huh? You haven't given me the answer yet.
You've got a deal.
Now you're talking. And about Pegasus?
You can tell your friends they haven't a worry in the world. There isn't another horse with a winning chance in the race. Huh? And that's my honest opinion.
And now we bring the curtain down on Act 1 of our play. We pause for a moment for a word from our sponsor, then we take the curtain up for Act 2.
Oh, good. $235. Well, that's magnificent.
Well, he'll never do better than that, if that's what you mean.
What do you mean, never do better? Why, he's going to win.
Yeah, they always are. Nora, do you realize how many of the 10,000 disasters can happen to a horse before he even gets under starter's orders? And the horse that you've trained yourself, trained to a hair. Well, if he gets crowded to the rail or all the 1,000 things that can happen to a horse in a race, I'm just wondering what he's got under his saddle for me this time.
Mrs. Fitzhugh, will you lay a bet for me?
On Mistral? Are you crazy?
Look, 100 pounds is all I can scrape. All I've got left. I'm backing it on both of you. To win.
Well, you'll need terrible long odds for that.
Colin, I'm backing a Thoroughbred. Hello, Mistral. Hi.
What's this for a joke?
News travels fast, doesn't it?
Yes, with me it does. 100 pounds on Mistral. You placed the bet with Ryan, didn't you?
On the animal's nose. That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
What do you mean, what I wanted?
Well, I didn't even have to tip Mistral. I just backed him. And you should have seen them all 10 minutes ago at the Celtic Hotel. The phones are still hot. Everybody's scrambling on Mistral's back and off of Pegasus. You could even hear the odds lengthening.
Yes, you never placed money on your own horse before, did you?
This isn't my money.
You, wouldn't be trying to double-cross me by any chance with you? 'Cause my friends wouldn't like that, you know.
I've told you they haven't to worry.
Well, somebody else told me that Mistral did the distance in, 2:35. I'm going to buy that horse and scratch it. How do I get hold of this Keneally woman?
You're wasting your time. She won't sell.
Oh, will she not? But not for 1,000 profit.
Forget it. Save your money. The horse won't win.
How are you so sure?
It's in the blood, overbreeding. Funny, you spend a generation breeding stamina, speed, fight into a strain, and suddenly you find you're breeding them out again, and you've got only looks for your money. Add that to the Fitzhugh luck.
Oh. Well, I'm not trusting to luck or the breed either, not with 10,000 at stake. I want you to make certain.
Would you like me to wring your neck for you?
You told me already that Mistral couldn't win. What's wrong with making sure, huh?
You wouldn't know. What's a horse to you? Something for the book. You've got to breed him and train him before you could understand.
Yeah. Well, you can tell that to the racing stewards. I must say, that'd look fine, coming from the man who had Melody pulled. Mm-hmm.
You know that's one thing even I'd never do.
Maybe not, but who's going to believe you anyway? No. Either you play this my way, or you're finished. You'll be washed up as a trainer or anything else. The Honorable Colin Fitzhugh. For even Culhane wouldn't be seen drinking with him.
So, what do you want me to do? Have Mistral pulled?
Hannigan?
Yes, sir.
Call in the doctor. You have a cigarette, Mr. Fitzhugh?
Sure, it is wonderful stuff. Makes the membranes of his nose swell up so he don't breathe so good. And even if they examine him after, all they can say is he got a cold in his head.
Give it to me.
Be sure to give him a drink of water before the race. It helps his nose to swell.
No, you stay here and keep watch.
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy. Hello, boy. Did you think I was a stranger come to hurt you, eh? No, it's me. You remember me, don't you? Look at this. Oh, but I couldn't hurt my own. No. No, we'll take our chances together, won't we? But it'll go hard with me if you take it into your mind to win. So it's up to you.
They're lining up now at the start now for this, the 107th Irish Champion Stakes. The favourite's resting. He's turned round. No, he's back in the line there now. Now I see the starter's flag is raised. They're moving up to the tapes, and they're off! They're off now in a bunch, but with Indigo leaping ahead. Pegasus, Meadowsweet, and Mistral is there. And around the bend, it's Indigo. No, it's Pegasus. Pegasus leading by a length. Catch Me second by a neck. Indigo dropping back. I don't see Mistral. Pegasus is running ahead, leading by 2 lengths. Catch Me is running well. The others are bunched up. Pegasus is still out there. Catch Me is now in the rail position. Mistral is there. And now they're making their efforts together. Mistral lengthens his stride, making his bid as they come into the straight. It's still Pegasus leading by a length. Mistral second onto the 5th. Mistral is short in the gap as they come into the last furlong. It's Pegasus by a length, by half a length. Mistral driving ahead. It's Pegasus by a length. Mistral runs strongly. Now he takes the lead. Holds it. He's won by a head. A narrow head.
Oh, Colin, he's won. He's won. Oh, you're dead. Mistral won. You said you couldn't do it, but you did.
There, she beat me, the dog.
Oh, what do you mean, the dog? Oh, now do you believe me? You can train a winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the results are now official. First, Mistral. Second, Pegasus. Third, Hopeful. Time, 2 minutes and 32 seconds for a new track record. Will the owner and trainer please go to the winner's enclosure?
Nora.
What on earth is it?
Excuse me, Mr. Fitzhugh, sir.
I'll explain to you in a moment. Hello, Pat. I was expecting you.
Excuse me, miss. Sir, Mr. Calvin.
Yes, I know. Someone wants to see me. It's very, very important.
Will the owner of Mistral please go to the winner's enclosure?
But you'll come right along.
Yes, you go along. It won't take a moment.
Well, all right.
It's behind the stand, sir.
And so you crooked me.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fitzhugh, sir.
No hard feelings, Pat.
I can see Miss Keneally, owner of Mistral, just going into the winner's enclosure. This is a great triumph for her to win an Irish Classic with her fine horse. It's no less a triumph, too, for his breeder and trainer, the Honourable Colin Fitzhugh.
All right, that'll do. Well, now, that's just a sample. A sample of what might have happened to you. Other than taking any chances on you nobbling your own horse, we hedged the bet. Even Stevens. Because although you don't believe in yourself, there are some who do. So if you think the breed's played out, let this be a lesson to you. It's been a lesson to me. There's your betting slip. All right.
And now, Miss Keneally, would you like to say a few words to all of us?
Well, I only want to say thanks to a magnificent horse. There we are, there you are. And to the man who bred and trained him. Hello, beauty. And Colin Fitzhugh, will you please finish hobnobbing with your pals, whatever else you're up to, and come right over here beside me in the winner's enclosure where you belong. Oh, it's a winning strain, Colin. And it's only just started. It's only just started.
Now, that's the story of Colin Fitzhugh, the Honourable Colin Fitzhugh, as Thoroughbred.
Well, I hope you were betting on the right horse. Now, what are the odds that you'll be back with us again the next time we come your way with another play for your enjoyment? I hope you'll be there. Good night, and thank you.